The last train. It was a cold evening when the last train of the night rolled into the station, its headlights cutting through the thick fog that had descended on the city like a blanket. Marla stood on the platform, her breath rising in small clouds before vanishing into the darkness. The clock above the station read 11:45 p.m., but she didn't need it to tell her time was running out. She had been waiting for nearly an hour. The others had come and gone, each with their own destination, their own reasons for leaving. Most were headed home to families or friends, escaping the loneliness of the city streets. But not Marla. She was waiting for someone she wasn't sure would even show up. Her fingers twitched with nervous energy, and she adjusted the straps of her bag for the 100th time. She told herself it was just nerves, that she had made the right decision to come here tonight. But deep down, she wasn't sure. She wasn't sure about anything anymore. The station was nearly empty now, save for a few stragglers waiting for the last train to take them somewhere, anywhere. Marla's thoughts drifted back to the conversation she had had just a few days ago. "I'll be there, Marla. I promise," he had said that. She wanted to believe him. But promises, she had learned, could be as fragile as glass, shattering with the slightest pressure. She heard the distant rumble of the train before she saw it, a low, growling hum that reverberated through her bones. Her heart quickened as the train rounded the corner, its headlights now fully visible, cutting through the fog like a ship on a dark sea. It slowed, groaning on the tracks, and with a hiss of air came to a stop in front of her. The door slid open with a pneumatic whoosh. Marla's eyes scanned the faces inside, looking for the one face that had been haunting her for weeks. But there was no sign of him. No sign of anyone who looked familiar. The passengers shuffled past her, oblivious to her presence, their eyes fixed firmly on their phones or the ground beneath their feet. Her shoulders sagged, the weight of the moment pressing down on her. She had been here too many times before, waiting, hoping, and each time, leaving disappointed. But this time felt different. She took a step toward the train, half-heartedly thinking she could board it and disappear, start fresh somewhere else, somewhere he could never find her. But just as she turned her back to the platform, a voice called her name. "Marla." She froze. The voice was faint, but unmistakable. She spun around to see him standing at the edge of the platform, his face partially obscured by the fog. "Luke," she whispered, her heart leaping into her throat. He smiled, but it was a sad, apologetic smile. "I'm sorry I'm late," he said, his voice rough. "I just needed some time." Marla felt tears well up in her eyes, but she didn't care. The last train had arrived, but it wasn't the destination that mattered. It was the journey, and she had finally found the one person who understood that. And now please hit that like and subscribe button if you want more.